Hello, and welcome to the newest episode of the Drive Home Podcast. I'm your host, and I am exhausted and broke. But this is going to be a good episode, because if I remember to record the one I hope I did, you'll all know why. And the name of this episode should reveal it. But that's besides the point. Let's drive this podcast home. So, it's been a while. Hope to upload this tonight, but so I went to the 2025 Boston Fan Expo thing. And it's been like half a week since then. Or well, I guess a week exactly since then, for the most part. Just the week is the weekend after it. But a lot of stuff has happened. So I guess well, I'll go over that. So, I guess I don't remember what it's called, but I think my legs are bad. Or, well, my kneecaps, I guess to be the most specific, the cartilage in my kneecaps may or may not be damaged. I don't know. I think I just got a new doctor, like, yesterday. So, no, I haven't actually talked to him yet. I have 2 doctors. But that's besides the point. I have a normal doctor and I have a seizure doctor. Because I have epilepsy. But that's besides the point. So, mainly, so I had to save up and saved up enough and had some to spare for the con itself, which is great because I really needed it. But so on the trip there and the way back, I didn't drive. A friend drove because we were taking their car. It was 4 of us: me, my brother, and then our friends who are dating. But you know, there's a whole thing, because like my left leg was really starting to hurt by like, we took like 2 pit stops on the way there, and so it evened out really well. But on the way back, my lord, my leg was killing me so bad. I don't know what I did to it. There was a lot of walking when we were there, but I didn't think it would do that much. Anyway, so actually being there. So we stayed at a Hilton, and my only gripe with the Hilton was that they didn't let us change the HDMI on their TVs. Some of us brought our Switches and our Switch docks, so you could be able to play Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart or something on the big screen. But no luck with that. At least, so when we were none of us are really, well, we have one friend who's kind of like the one we go to when we need to. Most of us are introverts, let's just say. I felt pretty bad most of the time when I was down there. I started feeling bad before, but I thought it would be fine. And for the most part it was, just had a really sore throat. And then like, on the day that we were coming back, I had a stuffy nose. I didn't have, what do you call it? I never got a fever, and I don't think I had a strep throat either. That would have absolutely killed my ability to talk, and I was certainly able to talk. I just get a sore throat sometimes. I think it's because of post-nasal drip, which I guess it's this thing where like the mucus in your nose like drips down into the back of your throat or something as you sleep, and it just makes your throat sore for a while. So I think that's what happened. But I don't know. Anyway, it was hot, and we had to so we had to walk to a subway, and we took the subway like 7 or 8 stops, and then we had to walk for a little bit, and we would be at the convention. Sadly, so one of the big draws for me to go to the convention was that Alex Lee was going to be the. I hope I'm saying his name right, because I think it's right, but it's like it's kind of spelled different than what I'm used to. I believe it. You can just say Alex Lee. I think that counts. But so he does the main character for Solo Leveling in the English, and he does he does the Red Gamma, I want to say, in the Dragon Ball superhero movie. I think he does the red. I'm fairly certain he does the red one. I could be wrong. He does one of them, I'm for sure. I only saw that movie once, and my memory is slipping because I saw it in the theater. And no, yeah, the convention was great, but the only thing I'm a little upset about is Alex Lee's booth to like get an autograph or something signed was always full, and I guess the way the place was positioned, I couldn't like wait outside the line for there to be a slot, and so I guess I was just never lucky enough to get something signed. But I did go to both of the, or at least I don't know if he was in more, but he did like a Q&A thing, and so I went to that with my friends. My brother actually got to ask a question there. He was he likes Solo Leveling because it got him into it, but one of the friends who's also went there, who went there with us, they like Mashal, and so there was something for all of us, so basically, but I don't know if my other friend there was anything too important from it. I can't remember everything that he said. Well, he does Luke in Street Fighter 6, so there's that. Like, sometimes I forget how much stuff he does. It's so crazy. But the whole thing is so my brother did ask him a question. So Jackson, well, yeah, whatever. My brother, he asked a question about a game that he did. I think it's also the main character's voice. I believe their name was Ina or something, and it's from a game called Dream Barbecue. And I watched my brother play it, so I know a bit about it. But that game is, well, it's more like a fever dream than a Dream Barbecue. Well, I guess in a sense that might be why it's named Dream Barbecue, because it's like a lot of sizzling, so your brain's like getting cooked a lot, you know? Like, who knows what's going on? Because I sure don't. But I never really had a specific question to ask, so I didn't. And then he was a surprise join-in for the. There was 3 different Dragon Ball voice actors there. There was, and these are all the English voice actors, as far as I'm aware. do the English voices. So there was the voice. So there were the voices for Bulma, and then Krillin and Whis. And I don't remember if they had any smaller roles. I remember Ian Sinclair, which is the only one whose name I actually remember besides Alex Lee. I remember Ian Sinclair because they also do Boone, which is a very similar to Whis voice in Fire Emblem Engage. And then my brother is a big fan of Krillin. Krillin's my brother's favorite, so that was nice. None of us asked any questions at that one either, but Alex Lee was a surprise pop-in because he did Gamma 1, the red one. Well, you know, he did one of the Gammas. Let's just say that, because my brain is not telling me which one it was. I think it was the red one, because I think the red one was more serious, but I can't remember for sure, and I could be wrong. Because his voices are really deep, so it fits the role of more serious characters. So, or like more deadpan characters as well, I guess, which fits. But he does really good in any role that I've seen him in, I guess. Either way, I didn't buy too much at the con. I bought a couple like little Yu-Gi-Oh figures, I guess. I don't even remember what they are. I don't even know what they are. So there's one it's a little Kaiba like stand-up thing. It's like a raffle sort of. Like you get one and you can't see what's on the inside, and you buy it, you can open it, but you can see what are the options for what's inside. And then I got so that one was like a 2D one, and then I got like a 3D one, and it was Merrick, and my friend got one as well, and he got Kaiba, and it just as a thing, I don't really much care for Merrick. I don't know. I think his evil laugh is cool and all and stuff, and you know, I don't know, he's like, just maybe I just have some kind of bias because he's like the bad guy, but like Ra is like one of my least favorite designs. It's specific, but it's, I don't know, it's not one I like. Like, my favorite is Silfer, or Slifer, or whatever, the executive producer. And, Obelisk, I think Obelisk wins mostly because of color bias. I like blue more than I like yellow, so. Anyway, we ended up trading because he actually liked that specific Merrick one. And I was like, no, I wanted anyone but the Merrick one. And to anyone, and if somebody from the con out there finds this, just know, we did in fact find your free giveaway of the, what was it, Banana Terminator? We haven't watched it yet. There wasn't a DVR or a DVD player or anything in the hotel, and we're not all together all the time, but we gotta be together. So there's this. So at the end of the first day, so I guess somebody had left for the purposes of you know, letting someone else have it. They like, I don't even know what's on it. Maybe they're straight up like porn on it or something. I don't know. But there's a it says it's Banana Terminator 1 through like 4 or something, and I have no idea what it is, but I really want to watch it. I really hope it's just like I really hope it's like the plots of Terminator or whatever, but made with like gorilla costumes or something. I really hope that's exactly what it is. But I feel like as long as it's somewhat true to its name, I feel like it'll be a good time. not that I've really watched like any Terminator movies to full length. I've like caught tail ends of them on occasion, but just overall, I haven't really watched a full a Terminator movie beginning to end. But anyway, we went to this great pizza place. Well, we didn't go there. It was right next to the Hilton. It's called Mama Goo's. They have pretty good pizza, honestly. It was great because we all kind of have different preferences when it comes to pizza. I don't really have much of a preference, but I like cheese pizza. My brother will only eat cheese pizza. I will eat I'll have pepperoni or black olives on pizza, but not much else, realistically, in terms of stuff that gets put on before it goes in the oven. And my friends will like pepperoni, but we didn't actually get pepperoni. But something we all kind of have issues with, in a sense, is the crust and how that works. But Mama Goose was really good, and I guess they're famously known for their chicken fingers and honey mustard, and I think I'm the only one who really likes mustard anyway. And I wasn't even sure if I liked honey mustard. I think I got it confused with Dijon mustard, which I don't like because I think it's spicy. I don't know. There's a different mustard that's not normal mustard that I don't like. Anyway, the main point is that we had a great time, but I guess it's a dump truck. There was a dump truck, I think. Yeah. There's a dump truck in front of us on the way back, and it hit my friend's bumper. Something flew out of it and hit my friend's bumper because the thing on the top wasn't tied properly. Turn your lights down, guy. You have fly beams on. Make me go blind. Seriously. Could not actually see a thing. But, it was a great time. Luckily for us, one of the channels that came on the TV was doing an Avengers marathon the same weekend as the con. So, we just made a funny joke. We started watching at the tail end of the first Avengers movie or something, and we just kind of made the joke that Hawkeye was hot guy, and he just was infinitely powerful, but he was just so humble or whatever. He was letting the other guys, hog all the glory because he was so cool and stuff, and he had all the aura or whatever. I don't know. It was a really funny joke that we played because the last movie that really came on that we paid attention to was Infinity War, because they didn't do Endgame. They did Ant-Man Quantumania right after Infinity War, which was the weirdest thing. You skipped so much. Am I not allowed to use Endgame or something? That's crazy. Anyway, I'm back, and long story short, one of the only other things I did get, so I never got Alex Lee's signature on, I have the first volume of Solo Leveling. I was going to have him sign that, or just get a normal autograph. I don't know. Never ended up getting that, sadly, but, right, yeah, I got a falchion sword, right, yeah, so it's Crom's sword, specifically. This iteration of it, I believe, is Crom's. I guess it could also be Lucina's, but I think that one's might be slightly different. It's the one with the hole in the middle. Well, in the hole above the hilt. Part of the sword. But no. It was a great time. But I'm home and I'm kind of tired and I have to do so much tonight. Mostly upload this and take care of all the stuff I bought and everything else I have to do. And I have to wake up early tomorrow. So, thank you for listening to this episode of the Drive Home Podcast. If you liked it, feel free to leave a like. And if you didn't, you don't have to. Yada, yada, yada. Thank you all for listening. I hope you have a great next 24 hours. No, there was something else. There's like one other thing. So one other thing I do. Right, yeah. And I'll see you all next time I drive this podcast home. Bye.